Hey everyone, I'm Northern Explorer. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be installing an anti-theft kill switch on my 2017 Ford F250. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this product did not work out for me. But go ahead and watch the video anyways to see if you can see any glaring mistakes with my installation. I don't think I made any. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, full-size pickups are among the most often stolen vehicle in the United States, with Ford F-Series ranking as the second most stolen vehicle in 2022. I'm sure my four-wheel camper makes my truck even more of a target. I live in an area with a relatively low crime rate, so vehicle theft isn't something that I normally worry about. For those times when I travel to sketchier areas, I would like to have some means of preventing my truck from being stolen. The product that I will be installing is a simple kill switch that cuts power to the vehicle's starter. The manufacturer claims an easy drop-in installation, no wire splicing or cutting of factory wires, no permanent modifications, and is completely reversible, meaning you can revert back to the factory configuration if needed. This kit works by replacing the factory starter relay with a switchable bypass relay. The switch is hidden inside the cab of the vehicle, where it can be easily accessed by the driver, but in a location that won't be obvious to a thief. Ford calls the relay that I'm looking for the run start relay, which is number 29 on the diagram. The fuse box that houses this relay is located on the passenger side of the engine bay. I double-checked that I removed the correct relay by attempting to start my truck. It was then time for the installation. I needed to find a way to feed the switch wire through the fuse box. I decided the best way was to file a small hole in the cover. I then wrapped some electrical tape around the wire in the pass-through location in order to prevent any chafing. I installed the new switchable bypass relay and then went to work on mounting the control box. I found an area nearby, but the bolt was a little too big. After making a simple adapter, it was bolted into place. I plugged the switchable bypass relay into the control box and then did some testing to find a good ground. This spot should work. So there's two places I could run this through the firewall. One is the grommet right down here. But try as I might, I could not find how to get to that on the inside. I took my glove box all apart and I couldn't find it. So on the other side, similar location, there's one right down there, and that one's pretty easy to see, right up in this area. So that's what I'm going to use. I used a wire about the thickness of a coat hanger to help guide the switch wire through the firewall. I extended the wire by about a foot in order to accommodate where I wanted to mount the switch. Wire connectors were supplied with the kit. So I'm just going to do one final test before I hide the switch in its permanent location. So I think I have it shut off right now. So nothing. Flick the switch. There you go. All I need to do now is pick an inconspicuous location for the switch, drill a 1/4-inch hole, tidy up the wires under the hood, and this project is done. The next morning is when I noticed there was a problem. When I clicked my key fob to unlock my door, not only did the door not unlock, but my marker lights didn't flash like they normally do. I used my key to manually unlock my door. When I went to start my truck, the engine didn't turn over. I broke out my voltmeter and found that my battery was sitting at 5 volts. My 2017 F250 still had the original battery, and after 7+ years, I thought the battery was just at the end of its life. The only bright side is that I ended up replacing the original battery with one that had more cold cranking amps. A few hours after installing the new battery, I checked the voltage. The voltage had already dropped to 12.4. I decided to give it a little more time just to make sure. I checked the voltage again a few hours later, and at this time, the battery was sitting at 11.9 volts. After doing some troubleshooting, this is what I found.
All right, my key is not in the ignition. The kill switch is in the start or closed position. Yeah, something's being powered over here. I don't know what it is, but I think that's what's draining the battery. But this relay is definitely being triggered. It's on, even when the key's not in the ignition, so I'm not sure what's going on. When I put the original starter relay in, I don't hear anything.
So what do you think the problem is? My installation, the kill switch itself, my truck, something else? Comment below if you have any words of wisdom. That's it for this one. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.